We are here with the Help Hope Heroes podcast.
Stephen Center, for me, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
Recorded live at a homeless shelter.
I basically reinvented myself with the Stephen Center.
Our clients are the homeless, the addicted, those in poverty.
We fight the good fight.
Tear down some stigmas.
They taught me those life skills that I didn't have.
What does Help Hope Heroes mean to you?
If you come to the Stephen Center, you will be changed in a really good way.
All right, here we are with the Help Hope Heroes podcast. We are on episode 4, and we are very pleased to have a special guest with us today. His name is Dan. And
Daniel.
Daniel. His name is Daniel. I'm Michael Murphy, the marketing director here at Stephen Center, the Help Hope Heroes podcast. Again, happy to have Daniel with us today. He is a HERO graduate. HERO is our drug and alcohol treatment program. And he went through the intensive inpatient treatment program. And when did you graduate from HERO, Dan?
October 12th, 2017.
And with that, how long have you been sober?
My sober date is February 9th, 2017.
Wow, that's my son's birthday as well, so I'll be able to remember that. That's 2 birthdays I can remember on the same day. Congratulations, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'd imagine there may have been a time in your life where you felt like you may not have that much sobriety.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right before I got arrested, for almost 20 years, I was in addiction and alcoholism.
How young are you?
I'm 34.
20 years. So we're talking drug addiction starting around the age of 14?
12.
12?
Yeah, 12, 13.
My goodness.
Yep.
Well, way to go.
Thanks.
Very proud of you.
Thanks.
I know I met you early on in your recovery here,
Yes.
and I've watched you kind of transform over that time.
I remember your first day.
Yeah. Still the same guy.
Unfortunately.
Still the same guy. Great guy. Funny. Talkative.
All day, every day.
Loves people.
Absolutely.
But I've seen you change a bit.
Yes.
And I think a lot of that is maybe in your attitude. You're a very positive person. We were just talking about that. Talk to me about your positivity that you have today, and then we're going to backtrack.
Life is just good. I mean, ever since I started recovery, everything has just been stepping forward, stepping forward, stepping forward. I have had no backslides or anything. I mean, just God is good. God has just literally brought me from misery to joy again.
Wow. That's great to hear. So let's go all the way back now. Now, you had mentioned being arrested and things like that. I don't want to start at the age of 12. I would like to know how you first tried drugs at such a young age, though.
Be honest, I was selling marijuana first before I even started smoking it or anything, just because I like people so much. I wanted to meet more people, and that was just a way for me to start meeting people. And eventually it was like, let me give it a shot. Started smoking pot, and then it went to methamphetamines, ecstasy, mushrooms, pretty much cocaine, and then into heroin.
Wow. And now this addiction did not start here in Nebraska.
Oh, gosh, no.
So where are you from?
I was born in North Dakota, moved to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and then my drug addiction started in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
97.
Okay. 1997?
Yes.
So did you run into some trouble? I mean, you were dealing drugs at a young age. You're doing this during high school?
My first time getting arrested was in 2005. I got arrested for methamphetamines and marijuana, and I got driving under the influence of methamphetamines at the same time.
In Minnesota?
In Minnesota.
And did you have to do time? What was the punishment?
I went right to jail, sat in jail for a couple of days. I got bailed out, got put on probation, and my philosophy was like, I just don't care. Yeah. And I just kept on doing what I was doing, got thrown in jail again, got out, got thrown in jail again. And then we'll just say I was clean, but I was still selling drugs from 2000, we'll say 6 to 2010. And then I got off probation again, and I went right back out, started using again.
To using again.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, when you're in and out of jail, going on and off probation all these times, which sounds like 05 to 2010-ish, did they ever offer you rehab?
I went to treatment, but it just didn't stick. I've been into quite a few different treatment centers. more than I like to count. And none of them really stuck because I didn't change my people, places, or things. I still associated with the same people. I was still selling drugs. And then I got arrested again in 2011 for heroin.
Wow.
Went to jail. No, 2012, my fault. 2012 in January. Went to jail for a little while, got bailed out, got put on probation, and then I was faking all my UAs.
Oh, wow.
Using fake urine or other people's urine, whatever I can get by with. And I kept on selling drugs, kept on doing heroin, and I got raided in July of 2012 at my ex's house. Got thrown in jail for another 6 months because they made me execute my sentence. Never been to prison or anything.
So it's all county jail time.
Lots of county jail time.
Yeah. All told, what do you think?
Too much to count.
Yeah, like a year or two.
Probably
all
more
together.
More than a year.
Yeah.
For sure, more than a year.
Now, when you were in the county jail system, were you finding it easy to still use drugs while you're in jail?
I didn't use drugs. I used tobacco.
Okay. But could you have gotten drugs?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So it's definitely not a rehab type jail system.
No, not at all. Not at all.
How do you? I mean, it's supposed to be for rehabilitation.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
But if you don't want it, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
I did find Jesus when I was sitting in jail that time, October of 2012.
Now, is that something somebody like a cellmate or somebody was talking about?
No,
it, or
I was literally sitting in the unit. I was bored, and I said, "Hey, you want to go to Bible study?" And I was like, I just want to get out of the unit." So I went.
And then it ends up being one of the most important moments in your life.
Yes, I literally broke down, started crying. Something hit me like a ton of bricks, and it was just over.
That was your surrender.
Yeah, at that time.
2012.
Mm-hmm. And
Now,
I got out, and I started using again.
Yeah, I mean the addiction's a beast, right?
Yep.
That's gonna win that battle. 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
But one of these times you won. So 2012, you get out of jail, you find Jesus, you get out of jail, you're still in Minnesota.
Yep. I moved to Marshall, Minnesota at the time.
So then what happens? How do you end up in Nebraska, and about what time is that?
Okay, so we'll just jump forward. I had a kid. I lost my kid due to drugs, heroin, methamphetamines. The state of Minnesota took my child. Best thing that could ever happen to her. But 2016, I decided to get up and just move. I was like, all right, we can move. I moved to Fremont, Nebraska, August 6th is when I pulled up in 2016. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get away from everything, but I still smoke a pot.
Yeah.
But cool. I don't know anybody out here, so I'll be fine. And one thing led to another. I started selling marijuana again. And one thing led to another. I found somebody that did meth, and I started selling it and using it.
So that's the one thing about you. Your personality type is you move to Fremont and you think, I don't know anybody here. It doesn't take you long.
Not at all.
To get to know people and meet them.
Not at all. 2 weeks.
The blessing and
I think
a
it
curse,
was 2
right?
weeks, yes.
But there's a
Absolutely.
positive way to use that. And I think now you've found that.
Yes. Yes.
And then there's a negative way. So for the
Yes.
majority of your life, it was the negative way. And
100%.
That's just human nature sometimes, right? Especially when
Yes.
you have an addiction issue. Now, do you know of any underlying cause of your addiction issues? Like, is it a family history, or do you have brothers and sisters that used anything?
My
like that?
dad was an alcoholic for a long time. I've never ever seen him drunk though, so I can't even say that. So he got clean before I could even remember anything. So,
But there's that tendency. There's an addictive tendency in your family, it seems.
I would say so. I mean, my older brother used to use. He quit completely cold turkey. I was just using, trying to be the cool kid.
Yeah.
Be completely honest. I was just trying to be cool. And I was the cool kid. Everybody wanted to be around me. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I met thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And my big thing is I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I love to meet new people. If I can meet new people every single day, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And that was my philosophy. So I was like, well, I can do it by selling drugs.
Yeah.
And then started using them, and it was over.
Okay, so we're back to Nebraska, 2016. We're smoking weed.
Yep.
And then you started meeting people that were also doing or using meth.
Yes.
And then you decided to sell meth and weed.
Yes.
And you were actively using during that
Absolutely.
time as well.
Absolutely.
At what capacity? You told me one time you got too big for your britches.
Yes, way too big for my
So
britches.
too popular. So
Way
you
too
became so
popular.
big, it started to give you some attention from local
Lots of
law enforcement?
attention. I mean, I had people telling me, you know, the cops are watching you, and I was like, whatever, you guys are just paranoid. Well, come to find out they were.
Yeah.
So February 8th, I got down on my hands, my knees, and I asked God to save me. I said, I need a change.
Why?
I wanted to die.
Had you been arrested?
No, not yet.
Okay. Tell me
Leading
this.
up to
All right,
this.
tell me this. Sorry.
Okay, so before this, I was doing dumb stuff. I was going into houses where I knew I'd get shot, kicking in doors, and let alone I never got shot, but I was trying to die. I couldn't do it myself, so let's just do it the easy way I know. Let's do dumb stuff. Well, February 8th, and I've done all this stupid stuff. February 8th comes around, and I got down on my knees, and I said, God, I need something to change. I need something absolutely to change. I don't care what it is. Let alone I was supposed to be going to Minnesota that day to go pick up some heroin because I found out I could get dirt cheap up there and I could sell at outrageous prices out here. And let alone 2 hours after I got down on my knees and prayed, the Tri-County Task Force came to my door, knocked on the door, and I thought I was cool and blew a big cloud of marijuana in his face. And
Wow.
I got arrested and got thrown in jail.
So they searched the house and
Yes, absolutely. At first, they didn't have a search warrant, but
after
Yeah.
you blew a puff of smoke in their face.
gave them probable cause, and they got a search warrant. I sat in a cop car probably for about 4 hours for them to get a search warrant. They found marijuana, mushrooms, cocaine, meth residue, and they charged me with intent to deliver, marijuana, meth charge, cocaine charge, mushroom charge. And I sat in jail. Went directly to jail, do not pass go.
County jail here.
Yeah, it's in Wahoo.
Wahoo.
Yeah, Saunders County. Sat in there, and I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen, you know. Let alone I had a public defender, and I got drug court. Okay, I got bonded into drug court April 10th, 2017. So I sat in jail for 2 months before I got bonded in.
Okay.
And the best part of my life was May 10th, 2017, when I came to the Stevens Center, to the HERO program.
Okay, so let's just touch on something for a second. This drug court. So they decided this young man does not belong in jail to be rehabilitated. They thought the drug court could help you.
Yes.
And drug court, describe what that is for people that may not know.
It is a very high intense probation. If they tell you to jump, you jump and say, was that high enough?
And if you don't, then it's jail.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I went through drug court without a sanction. Never gotten in trouble. But it wasn't because of drug court. It was because of the people at the Stevens Center.
Okay, talk to me about that day, May 10th.
May 10th, I walked in and I was, I was that cool guy, Nobody's better than me. I had a dumb haircut.
Yeah, you did.
dumb haircut. And
Wasn't it a mohawk?
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a long ponytail, yes. I still have the picture in my wallet. And I'm in treatment, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do this thing. I'm going to do this until I'm get off drug court, and I'm going to go back out.
Fake it till you make it.
I hate that saying.
But that's
yes,
what you were doing.
That's kind of what I was doing, yes.
Yeah.
I hate that saying.
Yeah.
Because if you fake it till you make it, you're going to fake it when you make it.
There you go.
So I'm in this program, and I'm meeting people. I met a couple of really good people, somebody I got really close with, and really, really close. We were doing Bible studies together, and he got on to phase 2, and he decided, I'm out of here, and he left. Let alone, month later, he was part of a murder.
Wow.
And when he left, it hit me really home because I was at drug court that day, and I was like, if I'd have been here, I could have helped him. I could have stopped him. I could have talked him into staying. Probably not.
Yeah.
Now I look back on it now, there's no way. And yeah, it was really, really rough because I blamed myself, and I always have a hard time. I had a hard time showing my emotions, and I always pretended I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
My counselor, she's amazing, Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle is phenomenal, and she challenged me to quit faking it. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. You know, and at first it was really, really hard, but now I just, if I'm mad, you're going to know I'm mad. If I'm sad, I'm sad. Get over it.
Yep.
So he went out, started using, was part of a murder, and that hit me home again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in treatment. I don't know. At that time when he did the murder, I was on a different path.
Yeah.
30 days into my treatment, I shaved my head. I was like, that mohawk type dumb haircut that I had. I was literally trying to hang on to something, I believe, and I cut it off, and my program changed.
What changed?
Me.
You took it more seriously?
Took it 100% more serious. And I started working my steps, meeting with my sponsor every week, helping other people when they come into the doors, stuff like that. And I started volunteering in the kitchen every day. I got on to phase 2. By the grace of God, I got an offer to work into the kitchen.
Yeah.
With Robert.
Chef Robert from episode 1.
From episode 1, yes. Yeah. Yep. And I walk over there. I'm like, Robert, I'm on phase 2. I got to go out and get a job. I'm going to start looking. He's like, you don't even have to. I'm offering you a job.
Took you under his wing, didn't he?
Yep, absolutely. And Robert has grown me in so many different ways. He gave me advice that I told him I didn't want to listen to, and I listened to anyways. So I'm just, everybody at Stevens Center, I mean, Robert, Michelle, all the counselors over in the Hero program, even the people upstairs in the Stevens Center, a lot of them have helped.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Murphy over here, great guy.
Thank you.
And, it's just, life has been very blessed.
So you owe Robert, and that's why you let him win in golf all the time.
Yes. That's right.
You let him
I
win.
let you win.
So, all right, May 2017, you arrive here, right?
Yep, May 10th.
May 10th, 2017, and then a couple months in, your buddy departs and involved in a murder. You have this discussion with Michelle where you're no longer faking it. You're taking it serious.
Yes.
Then you graduate. When did you graduate from Hero?
October 12th.
2017.
Yes.
Now, this is a go-at-your-own-pace program.
Yep.
So it could take 2 years.
Some people, yes.
And you knocked
know
it out.
A lot of people that take 9 months.
Took you 5 or 6 months.
5 months, 2 days.
Congratulations. That's a big deal, Dan.
I wouldn't have been able to do it without everybody here.
How are you staying sober today? Now that you're not in rehab, now that you don't have a drug court requirement, because this is now...
Yeah, I graduated drug court in December of last year, December 4th.
Okay. So even after rehab's over, you're still a part of drug court?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And I blew through drug court. No issue.
And what did you have to do to satisfy that, though? You had to meet with somebody often or go?
I had to go to drug court once a week for the first phase 1, okay? And you go once a week, every Tuesday. And then you get on to phase 2, then you go every other week. And when you're on phase 3, you go once a month. Phase 4 is once a month.
Yep.
And
so that's another big moment is when you graduate drug court.
18 months to 3 years you could be in it. I was just in it over 18 months. 82 weeks.
What I think is so cool about that is that was like proof. Okay, you graduated rehab. You had all these resources here keeping you honest.
Yep.
And you already knew, because of what you told us from your past, you know how to cheat the systems.
Very much so.
And you didn't.
Yep.
You did it on your own. Another congratulations.
I didn't do it on my own.
Okay. How'd you do it then?
God's grace. I mean, I look to him all the time. I'm going to just give him the glory, because I know if I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself. From the moment I prayed and said, I need help, he put all this stuff in my path.
Yep.
And he said, don't take the easy way. Rough through it. Your life will be better. I mean, he put the Stevens Center in my life. He put drug court in my life. All the people that are in drug court today still, they're a big part. I mean, I don't see a lot of them very often, but I do have some people call me and ask for advice still. I sponsor people. That is my biggest thing to keep me sober, is I sponsor people. I sponsor people in drug court. I sponsor people that come out of the Stevens Center.
Closer.
People that come out of the Stevens Center I sponsor, or even people in the Stevens Center if they ask. You know, I don't have a problem with that.
So you worked in the kitchen for a while, but now you are, where are you at?
I'm an assistant grocery manager at Baker's of 72nd and Ames.
And you started off ground level. Now
I was an overnight guy.
Yeah.
Overnight. Hated it.
So work ethic.
Yes, I don't miss.
Yeah.
And when they ask me to stay, I stay. Disgruntled, but I stay.
Now, looking back at where you're at now, looking back, how do you feel about life?
I love it. I absolutely love life. I could not have a better life. I would not change anything from my past, though, because I wouldn't be who I am today.
And now you're able to help other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all along, you're walking on a path from your higher power.
Yes.
Didn't know it.
Not a clue.
I want you to speak to people that might be in the throes of addiction right now. Take a moment and just think, this is your opportunity. Somebody could be listening right now that is about to get on their knees and ask God to help, or that is kicking in doors and trying to get shot. You know, somebody that was you however many years ago. What can you say to them?
Don't wait. I mean, if you feel like you need to get down and pray about it. Reach out, literally, and I'm going to tell you, don't do a short-term treatment. They don't work. I hate to say it, 30 days is enough to get you clean. It's not enough to get you sober. And really, I'm going to tell you, go to the rooms of AA, NA, whatever it is. The support system that you will get there is unimaginable. The people that are there, I mean, you got people that have got 3 days sober you can get something from, to people that got 40, 50, 60 years sober. The people I got the most out of were probably people that just walked in the rooms. The people that were just out there suffering and walked in, not even because they had to, not because they were court ordered or, you know, anything. They just said, I had enough.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one guy that lives out in Florida, I believe it is, military guy, alcoholism, was kicking his butt, and his first meeting was over there at the Hamilton Club, and he had nothing, no requirements.
No push,
He just walked in, and he's probably got a year now.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just that little things is what's going to propel you. So just walk into the rooms, ask for help. Come to the Stevens Center. Literally, the people here are amazing. You know, you need advice, Robert is phenomenal. He's going to give it to you straight. Mm-hmm. He ain't going to beat around the bush. He's going to tell you how it is. And all the counselors here, the people in the shelter office, the case managers, all the way up top, most of them will help you.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, when you felt like you wanted to die, did you feel like anybody cared about you?
No, absolutely not.
So I think the message here today is that there are people that care about you. You just don't know them yet.
Yeah,
you have to.
Does.
You will find them.
Absolutely.
If you just make that
Absolutely.
choice.
And you think your family don't care when you're in that nasty little place? You know, they're praying just as much as you are.
Yeah.
They're asking some way to help you. I know my little brother came down that December before I got arrested, and he's never seen me worse.
Yeah.
He thought I was going to die.
He came and visited not too long. You remember you were all excited.
He's down this weekend.
Is he?
Yes. I'm super stoked.
How much? What's the age difference?
3 years.
So now you're able to be an example to him.
Actually, he's still an example to me.
That's cool.
Flat out. He is absolutely everything to me. I look up to him. I mean, he's been my lifesaver.
Wow.
In so many different ways. I'm going to get choked up here.
Nothing wrong with that. I wasn't going to let the interview be over until I saw tears.
He never gave up on me. I mean, I was in my worst of my worst, and I talked to him every single day. He'd ask me how I'm doing, and stuff like that.
What's his name?
Kyle.
Kyle, way to go. You are an example to brothers everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
And he played a huge part in my recovery still today. He tells me he's proud of me now.
Yeah, that's a big deal. When you hear those words from somebody that means so much to you.
I mean, my parents are proud. They tell me, if you stay sober, I'll be okay. No, don't give it to me.
Kleenex.
Nope, I don't want it.
All right.
I don't give Kleenexes to anybody that cries because they need to cry.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to stop. Let it out. Let it out.
But
I dig that.
yeah, my family support system is absolutely unreal. I thought they didn't care, and
You're talking immediate family, but tell me, Dan, how much has your actual family grown?
how
many people-
still growing?
How many people in your life do you feel are now like family? Because
Everybody.
I feel like you're a brother.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude. Murph, you're my road dog.
And that's why I let you beat me at golf.
You ain't gotta lie. Dude.
I know.
You had a
I
bad
know.
game.
He whooped me. And when I'm back from vacation,
I'm just gonna
get
say first win.
I'm glad to be. I've been golfing for so many years. I'm glad to be Bender's Dan's first win.
Oh, it was amazing. Felt great.
Glad I could do that for you.
200-yard 3-iron.
That was nice. I was impressed. No, I mean, I saw you early on in your golf game. Let's get to that. That to me is something that I feel like you have used in your life
Absolutely.
as a place of peace, as a place of focus. Like you're focusing your energy on your
Yep.
golf game. What has it done for you?
It's a place where I can just be me. I'm me all the time, but I mean, I could really just be me. It's me and my guys.
Yeah.
I don't go with anybody else. I go with Murphy when he finally comes out.
I'm a
After
busy
a
guy.
year,
I'm a busy
he's not
guy.
that busy. He may have kids, but he has a day free. Robert and Mark Carey. Okay.
Yeah.
Those two have been massive in my recovery. Mark Carey was my sponsor for the beginning.
Good
my
golfer
beginning.
too.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. And anytime I've ever had issues or anything, that normally comes out on the golf course.
Okay.
And I'll spitball with them, and they'll give me advice or whatever it is. But golf and disc golf. I'll tell you guys, get out and disc golf.
Yeah.
It's a blast. So, but yeah, golf is definitely been an outlet.
Good.
100%.
Do you feel like that's important for everybody in recovery to find something like a hobby
Yes.
to kind of
Absolutely.
refocus energies? 'Cause
Absolutely. Everybody thinks that recovery is boring. I'm going to tell you, absolutely not. I've never had more fun in my life than being sober.
That's awesome.
Literally.
And I feel like when we see people around here going through the same things, is the saying goes, and it's so correct: progress, not perfection. And that's as you're working on yourself and your recovery and your sobriety. Progress, not perfection.
Absolutely.
It could not be more true in golf.
Yeah.
You're never going to have perfection,
No.
but that progress is encouraging.
Oh, yeah.
It keeps you going
I
back
remember
up.
my first round. Ugh.
Yeah. We won't talk about that.
No, we won't.
I got to say, Dan, it's been such a pleasure to get to know you and seeing you grow. You've helped me in my life just by watching that and taking an introspective look at things that I want to improve. So you're an inspiration the same way right back at me.
Thanks, Murph.
I would really love to have you come back on again in a few months. I
Absolutely.
think people will really latch on to
Absolutely.
your story and want to hear check-ins just about your life and things that you're seeing.
The next time I'll probably be a grocery manager.
Yeah, exactly. Knock the assistants off the title.
Absolutely.
So progress, not perfection, in a
Yes.
lot of areas of your life. We're so proud to have you be a client, and so proud to have you be willing to come back and share your story, because I hope you know this does pay it forward. This is going to inspire somebody to change.
Oh, I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Good.
Because otherwise I'd be doing something wrong.
All right, one last question.
I don't want it.
What does Help Hope Heroes mean to you?
Everything. Absolutely everything. The help part is we're gonna be there to help you in any way possible. Hope it gave me hope to be who I am today and to keep on growing in life.
Yep.
Heroes that's what we make. That's what the Stevens Center makes, is they make heroes to move forward to help somebody else, to give them hope.
That's great. All right, so we're going to wrap this show up. I got to remind everybody to please like, subscribe, so you continue to get updates on these episodes. We're available on the Google Play Store, iTunes, everywhere. So, Dan, you'll be able to listen to yourself shortly.
Oh, no.
Anytime you want. You can share that with family and friends. But please continue to check in with us. The things that we're doing in the community, we're very proud to do, but we will also be the first to tell you we do not do it alone. We partner with many organizations in the community to make something beautiful out of people. And we're going to continue to do so. Thank you for tuning in. And Dan, thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
We are here with the Help Hope Heroes podcast,
Stevens Center, for me, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
recorded live at a homeless shelter.
I basically reinvented myself with the Stevens Center.
Our clients are the homeless, the addicted, those in poverty.
We fight the good fight.
Tear down some stigmas.
They taught me those life skills that I didn't have.
What does Help Hope Heroes mean to you?
If you come to the Stevens Center, you will be changed in a really good way.